Hello, folks. So let's do another delve into my deep thoughts where I am going to do a tier 11 delve while ranting and raving. Oh, there's a dripping shadow over here. Let's kill it. Hopefully it drops some pants for me. Because I'm a 244 warrior here.
I don't have a target.
Nope, that is some cloth booties. Alrighty. So, to get to this delve, if you haven't figured it out already, which, no shade, if you haven't, it's a weird one. You fly over here to the side of the Sunwell. You head over here, where you've got these two people talking, doing all Sunwell priest stuff, whatever the hell that means. And boom. It's down in here. And expect things to be kind of weird to get in. Alrighty.
Come,
Man,
speak
Artificer
with me.
Rommel. So,
We will endure.
today we will talk about
One moment.
Chronicle being a mistake. So, for those of you that don't know, Chronicle is a lore book. Yeah, these are what I'm running here. Specifically, it's going to be a lore book for the World of Warcraft that basically just says, hey, you know, here's why all this stuff happened. More or less a lore Bible. I'm not sure all the things for it. I got a copy. It was a gift, but you know, it was a thoughtful gift. But at the same time, it was still like wasn't something that I was actively seeking out, if that makes any sense. You know, it was given to me by someone who was very close to me at the time and knew that I liked World of Warcraft, and it was very sweet of them to give it to me. And at some point I should probably read it, but I kind of don't want to because I think World of Warcraft truly is best when there's room for stuff in it. So what does room for stuff mean? It means, like, I think when you were playing vanilla Warcraft, if you ever did, about how you and your friends, your guildmates, you'd end up talking for hopefully a long time about, like, oh, what does this mean? What does that mean? You know, you're going in and you're like, ooh, what is Old War actually? What's it doing? You know, all this stuff. Like, why is there an old god beneath it? What would happen if this happens? Oh, do you think they'll ever introduce, say, the Timber Maw Hold? You know, is there a raid there? Why does it have, like, a raid entrance to it? You know, all that sort of stuff. So,
I must get closer.
you know, just there was some fuzziness to it. Like, oh, probably an easy example is in World of Warcraft there is a sorry, in the Burning Crusade there is a quest that you can do. This particular quest is one where there's where they are. So here's a little trick, wait for one to be away from the other, pull it, it's a tier 11. I don't think I could survive super well all by my lonesome. And then if we ping it, the Lyra will attack. So, anyway. In Burning Crusade, there's a quest. And in this quest, you go to create a sword and you wander around for a while. Oh, what is it called again? Oh, we're just gonna go all the way back here. Gosh, they really need a skip. Okay, well, this isn't so bad. These are because of all the ones I don't have. It's this, the Illidari Bane Claymore. And so you go around and, oh, I think it starts in, oh, what is that there? The Black Temple Zone. And you go around the Black Temple Zone, and you know, just start figuring it out, doing the quest, and you end up creating this weapon. And
I don't have a target.
there's a lot of speculation about the NPC who creates this weapon for you, with discussion of whether or not he is High Lord Morgraine's other son. You know, so we know Darien now.
This is for
He's
you.
the leader of the Death Knights. That's a problem. Fine. So he's the leader of the Death Knights, but we didn't know that in Burning Crusade. We just know that we get some dude who's
I need to target something
been
first.
kind of lost, you know, hidden away in Outland, and we're helping him make a sword. And there were certain things about his name that made it seem like, oh, he might be the long-lost son of High Lord Morgraine. You know, the lost son of the Ashbringer. And hopefully that meant that eventually we could, you know,
I don't have a
uncorrupt the
target.
Ashbringer. And,
One
you know,
moment.
fancy stuff left, right, center. And, you know, I mean, they eventually changed it, so they're like, nope, that's not the son of the Ashbringer. You know, the son of the Ashbringer actually is some dude that basically gives up his life so to free his father from the corruption of the Lich King. And there you go. But for a time there, we didn't know this. And let's say Chronicle had been out. And this is
I
a
need to
thing that's
target
happened
something first.
very much since Chronicle being out,
One moment.
where something has gone horribly wrong. You know, where Blizzard has decided they need to do a thing. And in doing this thing,
They won't know what hit them. I require a
they
target.
end up having to go back on lore that they've already created. You know, I mean, probably one of the biggest examples is literally the entire Shadowlands expansion, where
Too far away.
they ended up releasing another
One moment.
version of Chronicle. And in this version, you know, it just changes a ton of the lore that we knew from Chronicle. And then they did this cop-out answer of like, well, the original Chronicle is written from the point of view of the Titans, so they're, you know, you're learning Titan stuff, and it's biased, and all this stuff. And it's like, okay,
I
but
must get closer.
this is kind of supposed to be a lore Bible for y'all, and if you guys can just sort of ignore it, then, I mean,
don't have a target.
that's a different debate, but, you know, it's like,
One moment.
if you're following stuff that you are supposed to believe in, then you can't just go and change it. If that makes any sense at all.
I am
to
out
y'all.
of range.
So, as such, like, you know, you shouldn't really be just changing things, and just suddenly, you know, changing it for perspective doesn't exactly help. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. I actually think the excuse was pretty good. But at the same time, it is still an excuse.
Too far away.
And you know, it doesn't change the fact that there are other things going on that kind of matter. You know,
I require
when
a
you
target.
make a piece of lore, you kind of have to stick by it. And that is literally the problem. You know, if they have to stick by these things, then suddenly it makes it a lot harder to change it. Whereas if they'd never pointed it out,
I need to target
then they could
something first.
kind of mess with it. Which sort of, you know, defeats the entire purpose
I must get
of
closer.
doing a lore Bible when you can just ignore the lore in it.
Too quick to counter.
That being said, I mean, there's
I don't
certainly
think
a...
so. I require a target.
Damn it, Belira. Oh, wait, that was a different proc. Okay. So. What the heck is this woman doing? Grab that again. Okay.
I don't
So
have a
the
target.
more jaded among us might go. Let me show Valera's level. So
One
she's level
moment.
43. So she's not high up there, but she's pretty high up there. So yeah, you've got all this lore. It's not bad lore. Oh, there's a treasure chest. But it makes it much harder to change every time they release a lore source. So like if you come on, you're supposed to. Okay,
Bounty from nature.
there's the bounty from nature. Okay. So every time they release a lore book or, you know, a chronicle or some little wib thing, it expands on the lore. And that's not a bad thing. You know, certainly not.
I'm out of range.
But
I need to target something first.
there is still a thing that goes on with it where suddenly now you can't really change that too well because you've exposed it to a large chunk of people. Now, I'm a big fan of saying, like, the only lore that really matters is what occurs in the game. And that, I feel like that is, you know, self-evident. Just because the game's the one thing that they can't really change, at least not too easily.
I don't have a target.
You know, like, oh, things like the Draenei. They were the big evil race, you know, and they ended up making an exception for them, you know, in order to make them a pretty playable character for the Alliance. Or, well, the women are pretty, but, you know, they wanted to give the Alliance something of a monstrous race, because all the Horde had.
I require a target.
You know, I think it worked out well enough for them. Okay. So, okay. So, yeah, you can't just release these things willy-nilly, but you can still change stuff. It's just that things make a little more sense when you just let the lore play out in game and kind of damn the consequences.
Be quiet.
But when you start adding in tons and tons of other forms of lore,
I'm
it
out of
just
range.
makes that all the harder. And then if
Need
they
any
do
gold?
change
Should I even
some
ask?
form of that lore, all you've done is just cheesed people off, you know? Like, why would somebody want to be all, like, happy about paying... Oop. Oh, let's see who died. Tadia. I don't know Tadia, but I'm sorry for you, Tadia, from... Oh, from Shadow Song server. I'll do my best to avenge you. What killed you? Controlled Slaughterclaw. I've already avenged you. Feel at ease. I love you.
I need to target something first.
Look at this. I can stay in. Hurt like a mother trucker, but I stayed in.
Can't catch up.
So, yes, to me, Chronicle was definitely a mistake. You know, all of the Chronicles were a mistake. I don't think that they're like an unforgivable mistake or a cardinal sin or anything like that. But when you have something like Chronicle coming out and saying, like, this is what the Shadowlands are, this is what this is what this is, these are the realms that these things control. And then you turn around and put these things in the game, and oof, I need to be careful with these guys. These guys will mess you up. So you really want to give them time to have one pull away. There we go. So, yeah, it just makes it that much harder. And, I mean, we literally do have the Shadowlands expansion to kind of point that out.
Too far away. I require
Where,
target.
you know, they had released all this lore of, like, this is what the Shadowlands are, this is what they do. You know, this is what Odin saw when he traded away his eye, blah, 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 blah.
I must get closer.
Oh, yay, melted him.
Breathe deep. Be quiet.
And then when they released it,
I don't have a target.
well, I mean,
Too quick to count.
I tend to call this the Star Wars problem, where everyone had this idea kind of in their head of how this particular thing was, how it existed, what it looked like. And no matter what Blizzard released, it was never going to be that. And instead, even what they did release was something like, oh shit, that wasn't I. Oof. I think I was, but oh. So no matter what Blizzard could do, it wasn't going to match up. And we're going to see this happen over and over, even with our old world stuff. We're going to introduce the ancient Arathi here soon. And it's a question of, like, how are they going to actually fit in? How is it going to matter for the game? How is it going to matter for everything else?
I'm out of range.
And, you know, I feel like Blizzard kind of has themselves painted into a corner in a lot of ways.
My eyes on you. Too far away.
Although, I don't think it's a big corner, because I don't think they ever really talked about, like, a lost Arathi expedition where, you know, some of the first men, or, the, you know, members of the first Elven Man Alliance went around the world because they got called by the light somehow.
One moment.
Probably something to do with just, you know, hanging around Tears Fall and somebody had a vision. You know, they're always having visions. Speaking of, where the hell is Tyr right now? Like, I mean, at this point, there is a spoiler thing going on, but the Sunwell is being attacked, and we've got, like, the guy that is closest to the light, the titanic construct that is the greatest upholder of order and honor, and he's just sort of effed off somewhere, still running around Dragonflight. He made an order and he's supporting the order, and that's it. Yeah. So, but by that same token, like when they added the Legion Order Hall artifact weapons, which, God, that was cool.
This is for you.
Absolutely best form
Make it.
of, borrowed power right there. And yeah, so you had those order halls and all that. Make sure we're out of that.
I'm out of range.
What that's gonna do? Put them back away. So yeah.
Be quiet. Too far away. Too quick to counter. My loyalties are my own.
Loyalty lies wherever she wants it to lie. And she lied with Varian Wren.
Be quicker next time. I don't have a target.
There we go. Yay, all done.
One moment.
So yeah, sorry if it's rambly, but yeah, Chronicle was not a great idea. It fills in too many of the holes, too many of the gaps, and makes things harder for Blizzard to just add stuff. And I'll admit that sometimes when Blizzard adds stuff, it's really weird. But it's a lot easier to stomach when you're not expecting something else, when you're not wanting Blizzard to, fulfill a thing that they've already talked about, and instead for them to either fulfill a hole that you were unaware of, or to just, do something else. Okay, let's see what our spoils are.
Let's talk.
Assassin Subtlety.
I'll be more
Cool.
helpful now.
Yay. Okay, veteran plate helm. That'll be okay when I get my paladin up. Dawncrest, jump of companion experience. Let's get my hero and my myth crest. Hey, buddy. Hero Dawncrist. Ominous tome. Let's see, how ominous is it? That's pretty ominous. What's in the box? Oh, sweet. Champion legs. That is a massive upgrade. New Mantle of Stars. Let's get the Mantle of Stars. Let's get this guy. Let's see, we're at 244. 249. God, that is pretty. Okay, show me what we got. Oh, we've got a champion version of this trinket. I might actually take that. Champion version of this shawl. Very tempted to take that as well. I should take this. Yes, I should take this to replace the this. Because this thing's crazy goated. We don't think about it being crazy good, but it is so good. It's up like 90% of the time. Okay, we don't need that. This we'll hold on to. This we don't need. This we don't need. This we'll put over there in case we need it later. That we don't need. This I'm holding on for sentimentality. This I don't need. Ended up getting... What did I end up getting? Where's Bellamy's Judgment hiding? Go over there again. This is garbage. Like hot garbage. Like the cooldown's too long and a bunch of other things are wrong with it. Oh. Crap, I forgot to enchant my rings. What a loser. Um, Veteran band braces. Don't need that neck. Don't need a champion helm because I'm gonna probably wait until Tuesday and catalyze the pair of pants I guess got and this helm after I see what's in the vault. Okay, this is the exact same thing I got. That I really need to fly out to get that dragon. Come on, where are they hiding? Sentimentality, sentimentality, sentimentality. Hmm. Oh, I've been tanking a lot of keys, so I forgot that I'm playing DPS. So yeah, Bellamy's Final Judgment, Zoid's Fire Great Sword. So I did pretty darn well, I think, from the Firelands and the Mythic Plus, the Mythic Plus Whip and Caches. Tempted to grab this for tanking, but I don't think I need to. Tempted to grab this for tanking, although that is an absurd cooldown. I mean, it's a big shield. It's literally how much health I have, but that is still an absurd cooldown. 2 minutes 30 seconds. This thing though isn't so bad. Pardon me. Although I do end up losing some strength, so I think I'll just hold off on all that. Alrighty. So there you go. You saw what's in the boxes. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever else the algorithm tells you all to do. I mean, you should always do whatever robots tell you to. That's how you're going to survive the uprising. Trust me on this. I'm from the future. Have a good night, all.